In this drill, we're going to work an escape from the bottom of the mount, but I'm working my top knee elbow escape. So as my left leg gets flat on the floor. I've got to get my leg flat on the floor between David's legs. Turn on my side, get my elbow in. Attack his far leg with my butt, move my hip away, bringing my right knee through. So my top leg is coming through. Once I have that leg through, I've got to keep a sticky hook. David jumps off. I catch a free ride on that hook. So I'm using all of his momentum to bring me around. I put my other hook in. Once my other hook's in, I come up, underhook, overhook, sweep him over, and I'm now on the mount. Straight away, David gets one leg flat, moves his hip away, his top knee comes through. I bail out to side control. I'm heading to his back, he catches a free ride. I did all the work for him. He now gets his two hooks in, he comes up, he sweeps me over, and straight away, I'm moving my hip, getting my top leg in, catching my free ride. The great thing about doing this is, about doing these kind of looping drills, is once you go through the thing in 3 or 4 passes, you'll be starting to be comfortable with it to the point where you're going to think ahead. As David's sweeping me and he's coming onto the mount, I'm not going to wait for him to consolidate the mount, I'm going to be straight into my elbow escape. And that's the sort of thing that doesn't occur in sparring, because in sparring it happens once. Whereas when you run through this drill 5, 10, 15 times, by the 15th time through, as I'm falling through the air, I'm already thinking about the elbow escape even before I hit the deck. And that's the sort of skill that you want to develop for really good wrestling.
And it brings up a very good point as well, that moves, techniques tend to be taught as individual techniques, and we all go to class and we learn individual techniques, and we buy DVDs and we see individual techniques, which is very, very important because you have to understand the detail of the technique. But then it's always a good idea after you've learned a technique to try and put it into some sort of a movement exercise, even light and easy, that gets you start to now see it not just as an idea alone out in space, but as connected to the whole, to whatever are the near connection points in grappling, whether that's a sweep or whatever would happen just around it. And especially if there's an escape involved, then it wants to be connected to what happens directly prior to when the problem happens. Yes. So you can initiate your escape early, and drills give you a way to do that and have success. Keep in mind, the whole point of a drill is to practice something as realistically as possible and be successful at it. What you are successful at, you will continue to do. So you can't take a new move and put it out in sparring and expect it to work the first time. So what you'll have is failure, 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 and most people will never try the move again, and they'll never get a chance to learn it. The drill gives you a chance to have success at a move again and again and again, and hopefully under realistic conditions, which is where the partner really comes in, to make it feel realistic, so that then when you start to try it in sparring, you actually have a chance of pulling it off.
Well, one of the things also that, I mean, people who are really good, we often refer to them as people with experience in all kinds of fields. What does experience mean? Often it means something as simple as an experienced person has seen this situation unfold before. And so therefore they go, you know what, I've seen the stock market do this, or they've seen the real estate property, or I've seen relationships do that, or I've seen when this guy does that pass that leads to that technique. So experience just usually means I've seen this before, I have an idea of what's about to unfold, I will act early. And that's exactly the sort of thing that you'll get out of doing a drill like this. You're getting the same experience again and again and again and again and again. Whereas maybe in sparring, you'd only get that experience once a week or once a month.